Hi, let's take a look at the email follow-up tool in Sellametrics and how you can use it to communicate with your buyers and, most importantly, request reviews for your products. My name is Per-Ola and I lead the team at Sellametrics. Let's go. After you have sold a product on Amazon, you can reach out to the customer by sending a standard email. You can use a software like Sellametrics to customize and automate these emails. And this is a great way to generate product reviews. But the Amazon guidelines are very strict for what you are allowed to write in these emails and even how these emails can be styled. So a few months ago, Amazon introduced a request review button in Seller Central. So for each order, you can click on this button and Amazon will send a standardized email asking the customer for a product review and seller feedback on your behalf. But you cannot edit or customize anything in this email. This became a very popular and powerful way to get a lot of product reviews on Amazon. But it's very time consuming, especially for bigger sellers to do this. So with Sellametrics, we have fully automated this, and we don't rely on any Chrome extension to be scraping around inside of your Seller Central account. It is truly automated, so you set it up once and you don't need to worry about it again. So for you as a seller, you have two options. You can either send a standard email with a customized subject, text, attachments, and so on, or you can use the request review feature. Now, let's take a look at how to set this up in Sellametrics. You will find the email follow-up section from the menu in the top left corner. Here you will find your campaigns that you have created. Now, let's pretend that we're selling a pair of headphones and we want to create a campaign that will automatically request a review or send an email to the customers after they have purchased the product. So to do that, click Create Campaign. We will name the campaign. This is just to help us identify them. And we insert the ASIN, but you can also go for specific SKUs, specific ASINs, or even all products. We're just going to enter one ASIN here and click Create Campaign. Now, here's where you add the actual message that will be sent to the customer. So we click Add Message and we select either a request review or we do the standard email where we can specify attachment, subject line, and so on. In this first example, we will use the request review and click Confirm. We will name this simply request review for headphones. This is also just an internal naming. It won't be shown to the customers or anything like that. Then we specify the schedule. I think 10 days after the order is delivered is good. You can include or exclude certain days if you only want to send these messages on weekdays, but I think any day is fine. Then you specify the time, let's say 7 p.m. And then you can include or exclude certain orders. For example, you can target only repeat buyers by excluding first-time buyers, or only first-time buyers by removing the repeat orders. You can also exclude orders with 1, 2, or 3-star feedback if the order has been refunded, and so on. Then we save. Now we have created our very simple campaign that will request a review 10 days after the order has been delivered. Coming back to the campaigns list, you will see that we have created our headphones campaign, and we can go to the tabs here in the middle and click Schedule. So as soon as you've had an order for this product, the headphones, you will see that the review request will be scheduled here. And you can click on the actual message to see the message that will be sent. This is a standard email, and you can see how this email is formulated. We can also scroll down to see the request review, and this is the request review, how it will look for this foam roller. Just note that this is just a sample, and it will be automatically translated to the customer's preferred language on Amazon, and we cannot edit anything here. The middle tab will show you the sent messages in the selected date range. So here you can see the review request that has been sent out and the date and time for these. Coming back to the campaigns, we're gonna add another message to this campaign. We want to send a product manual to the customers that have bought the headphones. To do this, we add another message, but this time we select a standard email. This will allow us to add a attachment. So we click confirm. We need to name it, and we name it Headphones Product Guide English. And we want to send this immediately after the order is shipped. And we do any day of the week again, 3 p.m. is fine. We can include and exclude orders as usual. And here we select the buyer language. On Amazon.com, buyers can select from these languages. And the most common one is English, but also a few percent has chosen Spanish as their preferred language. Now you can only communicate in their preferred language, and that's very important. So if you select English here, you will send this email to about 95% of the buyers on Amazon.com. This might change. But you will not send it to those speaking Spanish. If you want to write an email to buyers who have set Spanish as their preferred language, that's possible. But it's important that the subject and the text is all in Spanish. Now let's select English and we create a subject. And for the actual email, we can compose it here using this composer, or we can use the code view if we want to write it in HTML. And I have prepared already for this email. Now there's one thing you need to do when you send standard emails, and that is to include the order ID. And this is how you do it if you want to do it manually. You can also add a dynamic variable order ID. This is just a little Amazon regulation or guideline that says that it must include the order ID. We can click on preview, and here we see that the order ID will be dynamically inserted into the email based on the actual order ID for the customer. We can send a test email if you want to double check something, and then we click save. So now we have created this very simple but nice email follow-up sequence for our headphones, which is to first send a standard email immediately after the order is shipped, and then 10 days after the order is delivered, we will request a review using the request review built-in feature within Amazon. Now, if we want to really maximize the number of people who will receive the product guide, we can go ahead and add another standard email, and this time we select Spanish as the buyer language. We will name the message Spanish in parentheses, just so we can keep track of it. We will also target immediately after shipped, and coming down we will write the email, the subject and the text in Spanish. Now, I'm not a Spanish speaker and I just use Google Translate to create this. But if you want to create an email that will actually be sent to customers, it's important that it's written in proper Spanish or German or whatever language you choose, because Amazon actually do check for grammatical errors, and they take that pretty seriously. So you will want to make sure that the Spanish is written properly. You click save, and you can continue to add more languages if you want. That's how you create a email follow-up campaign. Now, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to help you with whatever questions you might have. That's all, and thank you for using Sellametrics.